Hello, my name is Ron Bell. Today we're going to unbox, or in this case unpackage, the AirSense 10. I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible. These things can be a little daunting when you first get them. You're reading the thing and going, oh my God. Took that out. Here's the water unit. They recommend using distilled water. I always did. Online some people say you can use filtered water, but I always use distilled water. That just snaps in there. Boom, done. In regards to this, you're going to get from your doctor, usually they'll preset the humidity level. I think mine was set at a 5. It ended up being a bit too much. I live in Reno, which is pretty dry, so I think they set it a little bit high. And what do they call it? Raining or something. I call it waterboarding. I kind of got waterboarded a few times with the various masks. So I actually worked my way down to a 1 humidity, and in some cases a 0. And how I did that was, by the way, I put a humidifier, just anything you get at Walmart, and I put that right below the intake here. And of course there's a filter they give you for that, and you got to, whatever they recommend replacing, it depends how dusty your house is and all that kind of stuff. So I would put the regular humidifier right below that so it would suck up the humidified air. So there's that, the unit. This is pretty straightforward here. You're just going to plug, here's your plug, and that goes, they want you to go straight into the wall versus an extension cord or power strip. I don't know why you couldn't use a power strip, but whatever. All right, the mask. Let's start with my favorite one, okay? Because this one's ready to go. This is kind of the latest one. I don't know when you're watching this. This is the memory foam nose one. I found this the most comfortable, and I could sleep the best with it. I think a lot of these straps, I don't know why they don't come up with a better strap system. I actually cut the top off. So that's just me. I just felt it was redundant, okay? So that's the nose unit there. Again, memory foam is the one you want. Don't screw around with that other one. The memory foam by far. Oh, and by the way, with the memory foam, you don't have to have it as tight. The memory foam really makes up a big difference, in the gap. Okay, everybody's going to have their own personal preference. I recommend trying all of these. This, in my opinion, was my least favorite. I don't want to set a preconceived notion, so I'm not going to tell you why it was my least favorite or whatever, but here's the thing though, is if you're a mouth breather or something like that, this is probably what you want, is the full one. So actually probably my second least favorite. It wasn't too bad because I am a mouth breather. Oh, and by the way, with the nose one, you either need mouth tape or they have these chin straps. Let me see if I've got that in my bag here. No, I kept it. Wait, I do have it in my bag, sorry. So this guy goes like that, and you can see I can still kind of talk and breathe, but it tends to keep it up there. You don't want that too tight, by the way, just enough to close that. The mouth tape has a little learning curve. They're hard to find, but that's not a bad way to go either. Now, what I do, and I ultimately was able to, I'm actually returning this today, I was actually able to get my machine down to 0 by raising my head, sleeping on my side. And one of the ways I close my mouth, sounds kind of corny, is I kind of put my elbow like that when I'm sleeping on my side, and then I lock it in here with the other one. You don't need to lock it, but your elbow will kind of hold it. So that's a good hack for that too. And then if you want to sleep on your back, sometimes you have to kind of put a little extra blanket or something underneath there to make up the difference. Okay, let's move on here. This here, this is the package for it. This is what they call the nose pillow for whatever reason. And this is what it looks like. This is the best one for throwing. If you get mad in the middle of the night, this by far is going to do the least amount of damage when you throw it. And you don't want any pictures or mirrors, anything like that, if you are a mask thrower. I learned the hard way because you'll knock the pictures off your wall. I recommend every night when I get done, some people hang them up or whatever unit you're using, I just drop it in this nice clean bag. And they also have things to, disinfectant types or whatever. And then of course they want you to clean them regularly and stuff. I promised myself I wouldn't make this too long, so I hopefully that helps. Oh shoot, the dang hose. Okay, so for this one, how I got it is it was an extension, right? And don't be afraid to, you really got to yank on these guys. You got to get back there like that, kind of peel that sucker off. And if you're having a problem, see I'm kind of peeling it. And if you're having a problem with it, you could use so. Okay, now that popped off. That's going to be one of the most timid things, like, oh my God, why is it not coming off? Okay, so that comes with its own extension, right? Then these two guys, just boom, and where'd my pillow go? Did I drop it? Anyhow, the pillow one, same thing. The pillow is just going to plug right in there. I'm trying to think of any other tips and tricks I can give you. I'm on my way to returning this, actually. Still water, humidity, head raised. So what I did was I also raised my head in my bed as well as sleeping on my side, and I put a wedge pillow underneath it. Sometimes people will sleep in their recliners and things like this. It's going to really help if you're a heavy sleeper when you get into these things, by the way, or take something at night to make you sleep better. But some people sleep right through it. My name's Ron Bell. If you have any questions, Ron Bell, Reno, Nevada, just Google my name. Be happy to share with you any information and how I was ultimately able to get off. But good luck. It's, these things are lifesavers, and it is what it is.